So this is Steve, and I'm here with Dan O'Connell and Megan Flohr. We're at the new digs of the Visit Fort Wayne place downtown. Dan, you were telling me that you guys have just moved in a couple weeks ago.
We moved off of Calhoun Street across from the front door of the Hilton, around the corner to the corner of Washington and Harrison. It's the new visitor center for the city of Fort Wayne. We were able to expand our facilities and modernize them, and we're inviting people to come down and see it because it's a beautiful new facility that showcases Fort Wayne.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like you have a little bit more retail space than what you had previously.
We have about 50% more square footage in the whole building and about 50% more in the visitor center area. That allows us to have more amenities to serve people with information on what's there to see and do here, but also to selling souvenirs and some artifacts from our community. Two new additions are that Vera Bradley has agreed to distribute some of their beautiful accessories from this location, so there'll be an inventory of supply from Vera Bradley here for people to buy. And also DeBrand's Fine Chocolates have agreed to have an inventory here too. So those are two new made in Fort Wayne products that are now available in the visitor center, which we couldn't do before because we didn't have that kind of square footage in the old facility.
Mm-hmm. And Megan, what's your role here going to be?
Well, I do several things, but as it affects the visitor center, I run the visitor center, so I work with the staff. We make sure that they are always up to date, the most knowledgeable people in the community about everything that's going on in the community. And then also making sure that we have the right materials for the visitors and for residents alike when they come in, when they need information, and then taking care of any of their needs. When people bring friends to town and they want to get a t-shirt or a shot glass or a piece of Vera Bradley, or when they're across the street at the Grand Wayne Center and they don't want to have to leave the downtown package, they're able to get everything they need right here, right across the street.
The visitor center at the corner of Harrison and Washington is incomplete yet. What we're doing is improve the outside, the exterior, so it's very visible and recognizable. We'll be adding 12 awnings off these beautiful arched windows to show that people will see that this is the visitor center. Those awnings will be labeled with our new name, Visit Fort Wayne, as well as on the flaps it'll read Visitor Center. So anybody driving by or walking by will see that this is the new visitor center. And also at night, with the assistance of the landlord, we're adding a light package to this, that it has down lights on all the columns between the windows, and around the crown molding or the corner at the top of the building, there's going to be a new light stream all the way around the building so people will be seeing at night as well. So our goal to moving to this location was not only making it a more efficient and presentable visitor center, but really to fill the building that was vacant for 10 years, help beautify downtown, and give another showcase building that people would be proud of to show off to their family and friends, and also to help light up the thing at night as well as during the daytime services.
Do you think that'll bring a bigger awareness of what you guys actually do and that you're really here rather than kind of being tucked away in a parking garage where you wouldn't think to look?
You're exactly right, Stephen. When we were in the parking garage, I think we had some visibility because people in the hotel will see us. But I think as people drive through town in Washington and see that that's the visitor center in that corner, or convention delegates from across the street at the Grand Wayne Center, or people, the thousands that go to the genealogical library, will easily see that this is the visitor center building, not just the storefront. And it'll become like an icon of our own community, and that's what our goal was, to move into this location.
Bring me up to date on the name change. I know that happened recently. It was the Fort Wayne Allen County Visitor Convention and Visitor Bureau. And talk to me a little bit about that.
Just what you did. That over time, people confused of what our name was. Whether it was convention and visitor, was visitors, what was it? Are we part of the city? Are we part of the county? Because both those names, and it was very long and cumbersome. Long story short, our board of directors voted to change our name when we made the move to something that clearly identifies what our mission is, what are we about, and that is we're trying to get people to visit Fort Wayne. So we've changed our organization's name to Visit Fort Wayne, and that's what we do, and that's what we're always trying to focus on, and so that's why we changed our name to that, to simplify it. And it's also kind of a trend, Stephen, among convention and visitors bureaus across the nation. There's Visit Dayton, there's Visit Pittsburgh, there's Visit Florida. They're kind of cleverly matching our marketing efforts. And one of the marketing efforts is our URL, of course. We are visitfortwayne.com. And so that name change, the move, all matches to the fact we're trying to clearly communicate we want people to visit Fort Wayne, and we're the entity championing that cause.
The great new features we were able to do in this facility was a little bit more of a digital perspective on things. So we have 3 nice big digital signs. The middle one is not a touch screen, but it's going to have a bunch of information. So as people walk by, they're able to view things, they're able to get some general information about the community. It's a really good conversation starter, and it's a really good way to provide information to people who don't know what question to ask always. So it's worked out really well. This is our photo gallery. You're able to see a little bit of everything. So if you're interested in the museums and attractions, you can click on that and get a little bit about Science Central, or you're able to get some information about the Botanical Conservatory, or the always wonderful Fort Wayne Children's Zoo. Information about downtown, some general pictures, and again, the thought there was to have them look at some of these and then start the conversation and then be able to know what question to ask, what the next question is. Oh, this is gorgeous. Where is it? How can I see it? When can I do it? What do they have there? And so that's been really, really nice so far, and people have just really, really enjoyed it. And then this one over here is actually a functioning information kiosk that matches the rest of the kiosks we have around town. There's one at the library, one at the Grand Wayne Center, several hotels around town that have been really, really great. They go through a bunch of the information we have in town. You can get information again about Science Central. It runs videos, it has coupons. So we have, when people come in and they want a zoo coupon, they can come in here instead of having to go to one of the venues. They're able to get it here, one-stop shop, get all their information, get their coupon, get their map, get everything right there. So this has been great as well. Information about Glenbrook, information station. So you've got all your brochures, because people want brochures. They want information, they want something tangible. And so often it's information that they don't necessarily know they want. They see something, they're looking, they have an afternoon, they're going to a wedding and they want to do something in the afternoon before they go to the wedding, or they're here for a convention and their husband's going to play golf and they don't want to play golf. So we designed this space really as very comfortable. They can sit, they can look over their materials, they can look at some of the digital signage, they can kind of get a feel for just how comfortable Fort Wayne is. You know, for some people, we're the big city, for some people, we're the small city. So we wanted to encompass just the size for them and for their needs. As we move kind of over here, got just kind of a nice little sitting area, so that they're able to do something. We have a shopper actually as we speak. And then the idea is to get a path back to the merchandise. We try to carry as much Fort Wayne merchandise as we can, and we try to carry the general tourist souvenir, you know, the keychain, the postcard, the magnet, etc. But we also like to have a higher end gift. We do Afghans, we do the t-shirt, we do a little bit of everything. We want something for every price point, for every need, for the dad who's here on business, to the grandparents that are here with the grandkids and they really want a bouncy ball. We have light up bouncy balls. Just a little bit of everything for every need, for every type of person, for visitors and tourists alike. The 2 new things that we are carrying in this visitor center, one we're still missing. We will be carrying Vera Bradley here in the very near future. We'll have their stationary line and then a limited line of their bags. They've been wonderful to work with. It's just been great. And then we are also carrying DeBrandt's chocolate around the corner. So we'll have their half-pound boxes and an assortment of some of their more popular collections, which everyone is very excited about.
Sure.
So again, for the person who's at the Grand Wayne, they can just swing over and pick something up, or for the person on the go who works downtown, we're the only place downtown to get some of those items.
We will be having artwork installed in the next month. We have a contract with 4 different artists from Fort Wayne. Local artists will be putting up glass artwork and some pictorial displays of our skyline community, and kind of depicting we're a 3 rivers community. So some of that will be going up in the facility as well, and that's still on order. But the main service of the visitor center, and it's a free service, is to provide a personal, friendly welcome to guests to our community, and then arm them with information they need to get out and experience in our community. So these 2 ladies behind us and others work diligently to know where things are at, what is going on, to arm people with information. We service about 25,000 people a year into the visitor center who are coming in to get merchandise or brochures, and this is the warm, friendly face they get. We also serve about 200,000 people on our website who come into us, digitally and electronically, and these people also answer those questions and emails and populate those sites with information on what they're to see and do here. Besides answering the phone. We still get about 8,000 phone calls a year where people are answering the phones and to get a warm welcome and help them with their planning to come to Fort Wayne. And whether it's a personal experience, visit family and friends, or a leisure excursion or a business trip. So this free service is provided by our organization, Visit Fort Wayne, so that people will not only come here, but do more when they're here, and that helps our economy grow, because when they do that, they buy services and stay overnight and go into our restaurants and buy things in our retail store. That helps everybody sustain jobs and grow our economy. That's the purpose of the Visit Fort Wayne organization.
Do you anticipate getting even busier now that the courtyard is opened up and we can bring some bigger conventions to town?
Yeah, the package has gotten really good. We always had a good convention center, but expanding it 5 years ago enabled it to really be a big player in the Midwest. And now we've augmented that largeness with the other inventory that you need, which is hotel rooms. And so the addition of new Courtyard by Marriott directly across the street and attached by a skywalk system, and the Hilton give us a really good competitive package that meeting planners and convention planners are looking for, because they want convenience, proximity, and new. We all have that right now. So Fort Wayne's very well positioned. And then you add to that the amenities right around that package. The Embassy Theater, the Botanical Gardens, the new ballpark, the Visitor Center on the other side, the convenience to walk down Harrison Street and run into 5, 6 restaurants along Wayne Street, like J.K. O'Donnell's and Tuscany. That package is really what people are saying, you know, this is a great place to meet. We want to come back, or we want to be there for the first time. Yeah, it's starting to really work for downtown and all of Fort Wayne and Allen County's economy.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to add,
No,
Dan or
that
Megan?
was my sales pitch. You got it all.
Yes, all the right questions.
Okay. Well, Dan, we really appreciate your time today, and thanks for showing us around, Megan. And anything we can do, let us know.
We invite people to come downtown. We're open 8 to 5 every weekday, and then during the summer months we're open on Saturday, but during the winter months we're open during the week, and have people come down and see their visitor center.
Great. Thank you.
You bet.